What's up? Happy Friday. Hope everybody doing good. And back again. Another video. Um, yeah, man. I hope everybody's staying safe out there and y'all doing your thing out there, working, putting food on the table. Hey, let's go ahead and get this video in.
You ready?
I am.
You have on clothes?
I do. I do. I do.
I was like, I thought I saw a thong when you were standing
No,
up.
girl.
Oh, no.
I got clothes on.
I went to the Kendrick
blending in
camp
with my
early. You petite.
It's blending in with my skin, but I got clothes on.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. What's your name, honey?
Poison.
You want me to call you Poison?
No, you can call me Diamond. That's usually.
I'm gonna say because if you're looking for a man, I don't know if Poison is what you want him to think of.
No, that's what I said. You can call me Diamond. It's okay.
Okay, Diamond, where you live, honey? Where you call me from?
I'm in Charlotte.
Charlotte, how old are you?
38.
38. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
A nurse. Do you have any children?
I do. See, this week y'all gonna kick me down there, but it's okay because I'm ready. I've been watching the show for some years now. I have 7 lovely children.
Okay, she has 7 kids. You gave birth to all 7?
I did.
Okay, how old are your 7 kids?
So I have look, I done repositioned my camera. I'm all off down. I have my son will be 19 on Saturday.
Okay, Diamond, real quick, just give me their current ages, honey.
Oh, so 18, 13, 12, 9, 5, 4, 2.
All by the same man?
No, I have one. My oldest is with how you doing? My first girlfriend, and then I have I was married to my oldest kid's father, and then I have my youngest kid's dad.
So it's 3 people, but you said one was a woman?
I have my oldest with my oldest kid, my oldest son's mother. Yes.
So was that a surrogate situation? How did that work?
No, no. We did the real thing.
Well, we did it. In order for a baby to be created, it takes a man and a woman. So where did you get the sperm from?
So there was a guy that we had after we were together. We had the baby. We stayed together for probably like maybe 2 or 3 years after that. After our son was born.
So with the woman, who carried the child?
I did.
So did you have sex with the man that you got married?
Pregnant by?
Okay, so you had sex with him to get pregnant, but he signed off his paperwork to be the father.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Is that true, or are you just agreeing with me?
No. He has never seen. I think he saw my son once, but that was early on. But he went on about his way. My son has never met him ever. Not that that's a good thing, to be honest. Now that I'm older.
Listen, it's stupid. This is stupid. So one of your relationships, you was in a relationship with a woman, and you had another guy in the scene, and you got pregnant by him, and the dude signed off the papers, the birth certificate, saying that it's his child, and he never met his child before. This is what's crazy. This is like, seriously, this is the black community. They doing real bad like this. This is, I don't even know what to say about this case. Whatever.
I think that that's probably something that I would be open to now. But my son's mother is still his mother. She's still in his life. She still takes care of him. She's still my best friend.
Okay. And how many kids did you have by your ex-husband?
We have 2.
So you have 2. So you have one with the woman.
I have one with the woman. Yes.
You have 2 by your ex-husband.
I have 2 by my ex-husband, my 2 oldest ones.
And then the last 4 are by who?
Ooh, I skipped one. So yes, I had my middle daughter. She's the only one with a separate dad.
So basically you have kids by 4 people, not 3 people.
So 4. 1, 2. So 4.
So 4 people. I'm gonna say people because one was a surrogate situation
with the
and
woman.
the other were 3 men. So the 9-year-old has her own father.
She has her own father, and then the babies have their own father.
So the 5, 4, and 2-year-old.
Yes.
Why are you not with that man, the one you had the last 3 kids with?
Well, when we were together, I think it was just like a lot of, after a while, not initially, but after a while, it was just a lot of bickering, arguing. There was a big age difference where I was done having children. I met him, he had none, and so my plan was
having
never.
Children, you had 3 kids by him.
No. When I met him, he had none. So when I met him,
yeah, I know, but you said that you were done having children, but yet you proceeded to have 3 by him.
Yes, so that's where I'm getting to. So I was done having children, but when I met him, I had no intention on having any children. We were like casually dating. Then we started liking each other, and then we tried to, do the whole family thing. But I think it was just the age gap that originally made me not want to pursue the relationship. Ultimately, that ended up being the downfall.
But you gave him kids. That makes no sense. Y'all already knew each other age before y'all decided to conceive together. Before y'all decided to have kids, before y'all start getting into bed with each other. But now all of a sudden, now you want to see the the age gap as being a problem. But you already knew each other's age when you met. But you gave this dude your last child, your last child's father, kids. And this is the dumbest thing that I see a lot of women doing today. This is why a lot of men should not be stepfathers. Listen, man, do not be stepfathers. Like for these type of women, they think that they can start from level 1 and just request any type of dude that they want, and they supposed to just accept them and stuff, and don't even care if they even have any kids, because 7 kids, that's a lot. That's just way too much. That's too much. I'm sorry, you don't qualify for any guys that's like making over 100K or doing anything. You probably even qualify for the 50K. God making 50K a month. You qualify for even lower than that, about 30K, and y'all both gonna have to just combine your bills together and combine your paychecks together, because that's 7 kids. That's too much. That's way too much. And she really thinks this is real funny, though, bro. This is crazy.
How much older was he?
So we were 7 years apart.
7 years apart. So, and you guys were never married, correct?
No, we were never married.
You're a nurse, you said, correct?
I'm a nurse. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we got Diamond Charlotte, 38. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
A Libra. So we got Diamond Charlotte, 38 Libra, a nurse, mom to 7 kids, by 4 people, 3 men, and then she had a surrogate situation with her ex-girlfriend, correct?
Yes, which is my best friend.
Is her best friend. Now, so are you bisexual, Diamond?
Oh, my charger did something weird. So like I tell everyone, I would be a liar to say I'm not. I started with women, I ended with women, but I had my children with the men that I was with. So technically, I would never say that I was 100% lesbian. That would be confusing and a lie.
So, okay. So are you tonight looking for a man or a woman?
I'm looking for a woman. That's my preference.
Okay, so now you want a woman tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of woman are you looking for?
So I like nice girls, soft girls, feminine girls, women that know that they're women. I don't like butch and dominant and, just like the ones that say, that don't identify with being like the full woman. I like women when I look at you, I say, you're beautiful. And they say, thank you. Not the ones that I say you're beautiful and they be like, don't call me that, call me handsome. I like women.
So you don't like the transgender woman. You don't the transgender man or whatever. That's what she's talking about. I don't know why she can't just say straightforward. I don't understand. Whatever.
That know that they're women. That
Okay.
makes sense.
What are your deal breakers?
So I'm gonna go with what everyone else is saying. I don't like a liar. I don't like a liar. I don't like a cheater. I don't like a person that's not confident. You have to be confident. You have to be able to walk into a room and look nice, dress nice, speak well, be intelligent, have some type of accolade about you or with you, and just be realistic with who you are in the space that you're in.
Okay. Should she look a certain way?
Um, Pretty.
Let me just ask you: if a man is interested, should he not even shoot a shot at you?
I knew this was gonna come. I said that. I said they're gonna ask me this question. So I've been with women my whole life. Since before I even dated women, I was looking at women at 4 years old. But to be honest, at this big age of that I am in, I'm not finding myself running across the woman. So a guy would have to be like grand to sweep me off my feet at this point. I think I've come from a place to where I've been with women so long and intermittently been with men that I feel like I know, I'm not gonna say I know, but I feel like I need to go with what I know I've been wanting since I was a kid, which is a woman. However, I'm not finding the luck. So sometimes I say, well, maybe this ain't what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I don't want anything else, but I'm not finding anything in this area. I get a lot of men that want to talk to me, and a lot of times I won't give them a chance. So if
Who man want
I
to talk
think
to
that you
you?
would have to be grand and check a whole lot of boxes in order for me to be like, yes, this is what I'm gonna do.
Let me ask you this: so your youngest children, they're
Did y'all notice this? Notice one thing? When Kendra asked her the requirement she wants in that woman, there's no salary. There's no salary requirement. She ain't say nothing. She got to make 50,000, 100K, 200K, 300K. There's no salary requirement. But for a man, he has to check all these boxes. But for a woman, she only checked off a few boxes, just being nice, not too masculine, a straight woman. Just a few boxes. You know, it's crazy that in today's Western society, women make a guy have to requires a guy to make all to have all this stuff right in his life. Has to be make a certain amount of money. Has to be a certain type of race. Got to be a certain type of vibe and stuff. Got to he has to be a certain type of character or whatever. But for a woman, just nothing. Just checked off a few boxes. Just gotta be nice. Just just gotta go take me out. You don't have to spend too much. Just there are a few requirements. But for a man, he has to check off all these boxes, like she said. That's crazy.
5, 4, and 2, all by the same man. When you were dealing with him, did you not deal with women?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
So, okay, you did. So your youngest child is 2. So that means you just started dealing with women 2 years ago again, correct?
Well, no, we broke up when I was pregnant with her. So we had broken up when I was pregnant, and in between the amount of time that my 5-year-old and the 2-year-old, we had broken up quite a few times because of infidelity, not by me, but so we had been broken up. But I still was trying to just figure out my world and my life at that point. I was a lot younger then, but during that time, I wasn't with women, but I've always had the attraction to the woman. I never looked at like, oh, I'm gonna go be with this man. I always said, oh, if I get with somebody else, it's gonna be that girl.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm following along. Some cousins are confused. I'm a little
I wish I could see
confused
the
too.
comments, but I can't see anything.
Girl, you don't want to see these comments. Let's keep going. You don't want to see them. Does the woman have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes. So I'm gonna say at least 90,000 a year.
It's not okay. Would you?
Okay, I didn't know she was gonna bring up that. That's unexpected. I'm actually this video is actually new, so I didn't expect her to actually say something like that. But in the beginning, like she didn't ask a requirement at first, but now she's putting a requirement down for a woman. Now it's 90,000. I don't even know where you're gonna find this type of woman at, but let's keep the delusional speech going.
A woman that has 7 kids?
I would.
You would? Okay.
I would. Look, as ironic as it is, I have never dated a single person with children, but I love kids so much. I didn't have my kids because I was out here picking and raising my hand saying, "Ooh, you want a kid, you want a kid, you want a kid." No, when doctors tell a woman that they got a choice, I was kind of like faced with that, and I was like, I come from a huge family, and my mother got 5 kids, and my family is huge. So when I got faced with the choice, I had to make a decision. So I love
and I understand that a lot, right? I definitely understand. I think the choice you're saying is when you have your pregnancy, either you have an abortion or you have your child, right? And
no. Let's go a little further than that. No, it was more of we about to take your whole uterus, cervical area, reproductive system, and you will not at 18 years old. At 18. And if you choose this to save your life, you will never have you won't have another kid. And at that time, I was pregnant with my to-be 19-year-old next weekend.
Okay. So they're saying when you had a medical condition when you were pregnant with your first child?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you decided to keep your uterus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I decided
to not... I'm sorry.
I had to, and not trying to put all my business out there because this was 19 years ago.
Well, listen, I'm gonna pause you because I want you to understand this is a very big platform. So if you don't want to share something, don't share it because no videos come down, and this is a major platform.
Yeah. Well, no, not to not share it as in it's a secret because it's not. Because to be honest, I have doctors, medical professionals, everybody like trying to put me in journalistic medical reviews and medical journals because they're like, oh my goodness, you are a walking miracle. So I would never withhold that information because I have a lot of people trying to talk to me about my individual condition because it's so rare, but it happens to women. But in a nutshell, I would have either had to choose a bone marrow transplant at 18, where I would have had to lose everything in me and possibly not even live past 3 months. Or, in my eyes, I chose my son. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. It's no good for me. I want to have my son, and I want my son to have siblings. And so I'll pass. I'll ride it out till the wheels fall off. And here we are. My son will be 19 next weekend, and they gave me 90 days.
Okay.
And so I'm just happy to have that. So that I was pushing him. I was pushing him out. I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna take them from me, I'm gonna give you as many as I can give until I can't. But that was
okay. So that's what I was trying to get to. So when this, I'm happy you're alive and well. So let me say that first. But are you saying you had so many children because it was predicted that you wouldn't?
It was predicted that I wouldn't. So I really wanted to have a big family my whole life. I've always wanted to have children. I love kids. Like I said, I come from a huge family. My mother had 5. My father had 3 children. One outside my mother. But like I wanted that world. I was a little girl dreaming to be the little girl raising the kids. I was the cousin that was babysitting all the little kids. I loved it. It was what I wanted. So when I was 18 and you trying to take that from me, it was no good for me, you know?
Okay.
So to
It's nothing cute about your situation. You got 7 kids. There's nothing cute. She trying to make it seem like it's Disney World, like it's just all rainbows and butterflies, and I wanted to have a big family and stuff. Listen, you don't even qualify for somebody making 90,000. You qualify for the lowest, the minimum, 30,000. That's where she not even 50,000, but 30,000 where she qualified for. Guy making 30,000 right now a year. That's what you qualify for, man. You don't qualify for a high value person.
say that, I say this. A lot of y'all people shouldn't be judging people for having these kids because one, kids are blessings, okay? But two, like I said, I am career oriented and established. If you can raise and manage your children, have as many as you want. Who cares? What's the problem?
Stop. That is bad advice to all women. That is bad advice. Don't even listen to advice from a woman who's not even married, or don't even got her stuff together. Don't take advice from this type of woman. This is what somebody that was told wrong by society. She's not even in the right mind to even be giving somebody advice. That's the dumbest advice ever.
Who cares? What's the problem? Okay, I gotta. Let me read this to you.
Okay,
Rome the Beast. Rome the Beast said $5 to say she has a lot of wants and demands for someone with 7 kids.
I do. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Tell Rome why you have a lot of demands for someone with 7 kids.
Kendra, happily, don't even worry about it. You don't need, just sit over there and be pretty like you are right now. Let me talk to Rome. Let's compare me and Rome. And I don't know Rome, but let's just start from the beginning. I graduated at 17 and I was always the smart kid. I joined the military when I was 17 years old. I am a retired Navy veteran, okay? I am also a nurse. I have 7 children. I live in an 8-bedroom house. And 8, when I said 8, I meant 8. I live in an 8-bedroom house with 3 stories. I have a basement. I have a 3-car garage, okay? I have a 2022 Suburban that I bought in 22 of January that I had to pre-order because guess why? They weren't in stock. Okay, so if you had to match yourself to me, you might be grand and we might be a match, Rome. However, don't ever look at a woman and say just because she got 7 kids, that means it's a flaw. Kids are a blessing. I don't care if a person has 15 children. Are you able to take care of them? I'm not on welfare. I don't look for nobody. I can walk around my whole house, ask TikTok, because we do this often on TikTok, okay? Sean Diamond Simone on TikTok. We do this often. They've seen my whole entire house. And when I say I got 8 bedrooms, I really do. And I own my house, okay? My house I bought for $600,000. And guess how much it's worth now? $1.5 million because I just had it appraised. So, Rome, you want to tell your story? You care to give a little bit of feedback?
Who cares about your materialistic things? I don't care about your houses, your cars. Men don't care about that stuff. Who cares? You got 7 kids. That comes with a lot of debt, a lot of pain. A lot of headaches. That man has to take care of all 7 kids. He has to feed them, take them to school, take them on the dates, whatever, out with you because you know you always gonna bring your kids with you when you go out on a date. Medical bills, rent, all of that. That's too much. Who cares about your houses, your cars, whatever? The men don't care about that. You think you're doing good, but you're not. You're not at all. Oh my God, she just said she really made herself look really, really bad. I just come on now. See, in the black community, we got sisters in the black community. Got to do better than this. It's just we're like,
So please tell me how. Please, how would my kids have fathers? That's the thing. My kids, there's both of them. They're getting their children.
but you're not together with them, idiot. I'm sorry, but that's yeah, that's dumb. You're not with them though.
This weekend when we go home, as they always do, and they pay child support, believe it or not. So that adds the little bit of income that I might have because I'm a woman of 7 children that must be on welfare
And you're not
and doing
married to
bad.
them.
Wrong.
Ooh, child. Ooh,
So what
child.
else?
Okay, Diamond. I'm trying to think what
And
we
no,
got
and
with
I am a little spicy, but again, I'm a nurse. Oh my bad, I left one out. I am the director of nursing. Google it. So I am the head of the clinical nursing department at my job. So my 7 children has nothing to do with anything. I can push out 3 more, and guess what? I'll still be the good woman that I am.
Don't play with Diamond, child. She's
Don't,
ready for you,
please.
bro. Let me ask you this. Okay, so I'm trying to think where we were at last. When was your last relationship? Did I ask you that question?
No, you didn't ask that. So my last relationship was 2022 October. We broke up, me and a girl that I had been friends with for 15 years, but we had gotten into a relationship. We broke up, and we tried to rekindle a few months ago, but that lasted for like 2 months. So 2022 October.
Okay, I think I skipped it. Look, I got a little lost. Did I ask you if the girl had to look a certain way?
No, you asked me that. I said a woman's woman, pretty much the girl that looks like the girl.
Okay. Did I ask you? I don't think I asked you this one. Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
You asked me that. I said at least 90,000 plus.
We did. We did the Kendra Cam too?
I stood up, but I don't know if it was.
I mean, I think that's where we're at. It's time for the Kendra Cam.
Oh, goodness. Let me pull because before it was, you got clothes on. So I'm going to move my chair.
Okay.
So, yes.
I mean, you're in great shape, and this was actually a question too. You're in amazing shape. Deonde 07.
Come on, Kendra, stop lying. Come on now. Nah. Nah, Kendra. Kendra be lying, bro.
Sent $5 and said, Kendra, ask her how she got that body snatched after 7 kids. Because I got 1 kid and I look like Mrs. Clump with a big book. So she wants, this is actually a woman, she wants to know, how did you get your body snatched after 7 kids?
If you go look on my page and go look at my mother and my family, my mom looks like my sister. She has 5 kids, no stretch marks. I don't have stretch marks. I probably can't do all that. So my mom.
Let me just ask you this question directly, because I think that's what they want me to ask you. Have you ever had surgery after having your children?
So I had a tummy tuck. However, when I got my tummy tuck, my doctor told me when I was in there, and this is on camera, why are you here? You don't have enough fat. And if you look on my pictures, you'll see I've been skinny my whole life. But I still chose to get it because I thought it would eliminate this little pudge I got. My shirt all lopsided now. I thought it would eliminate this little pudge I got, but it didn't. So, and the doctor told me not, and I still got the pudge. But if you go look all the way back, I'm still small. I've been small for a very long time.
Okay. So, now, when was your last relationship?
You asked me that. That was October 2022.
Okay. Lord of Leon asked me to ask you this question. He said $5. Would you want your kids to be with someone that had 7 kids by 4 different people?
I wouldn't care because I love my children regardless of what, and I think that we should spread that amongst the population. No. It shouldn't matter what your children chooses to do if they're in a position to where they can handle it. So if my kid if my son, being 19, chose to date a woman with 7 kids, I'll be like, baby, bring the babies over here. Let me come feed them.
This is the worst advice. Men, did not listen to this woman right here. This is the dumbest freaking advice. Not be a stepfather to no woman. I'm telling you, don't be a stepfather. I don't care how good she looks. Don't be a stepfather. This is the worst advice. And she giving this to her son, man. Yo, this is the saddest thing right here, bro. Depressing too. At the same time, bro, this is like, no, man. This is what we got to. This is what American women had gotten to, right? They just felt comfortable doing whatever they want, sleep with whoever they want, and no consequences, no accountability, and they could just think that everything is going to be rainbows and butterflies, and they could do whatever they want. This is the dumbest advice you can ever give your son. I really hope your son don't take your advice for real.
Yeah, what we party over here. We all about to have a good. And if y'all watch my TikToks, y'all see I got all the neighborhood kids at my house. But I just love kids. To be honest, the number of kids that you have, it shouldn't determine one, who you are as a person, or your financial stability, or even how behaved your children are. My older kids are older, so they're well behaved. My little babies, they still are well behaved, but they're children, so who cares? Yes, I'll have my kids date a person with. To be honest, I would prefer that. I've never dated.
Okay, hold on. I want to get this clear. You prefer one of your children to be with a woman that had 7 kids by 4 different women?
I wouldn't put a number on how many, but I would prefer my children to date a person with kids, because I wouldn't care the number to start there. But because I feel like when you date a person with children, you learn a lot when you have children. But you learn a lot about how to grow up. We all know the old saying, when you're younger, when you learn, how to grow up, or you learn how to grow up when you have kids. A lot of times, not saying you won't.
No, I don't know what saying you talking about. That's I don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't grow up when you have kids. I don't know where are people getting this nonsense, this foolishness at, man? Oh, you should have grew up before you had those kids. You're not together no more with your child's father. You're not married. None of those dudes put a ring on your finger. What are you talking about? And you still, this woman's still not grown up yet.
If you never do. But sometimes, even being 17, when you have that kid, it forces you to grow up. So if my child decided they want to date a person with a kid, or however many, I feel like kudos to you, because one, that tells me I taught you how to love a person for them and not for who they are, what they had, or the decisions that they chose to make. The kids are there. Love them. All they need is love. That's it. What human being in their right mind would have an issue with a child that didn't ask to be here because of a decision that the mom made?
They got questions for you, but I want to say one thing.
Honey, listen, I think all you want.
I think one of the things that when it comes to people who have a lot of kids is the financial part. Now, in your case, you're actually looking for a woman, right? So would you expect, and you have 7 kids, but you have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and 2-year-old. So you have young children. Then you have a 9, a 12, and a 13, and then an 18. So a person, well, before I say this, let me ask you this. What type of relationship are you looking for? Do you want to be in a committed relationship with you and a woman? Should she move in with you? Like, what kind of relationship dynamic are you looking for?
So I feel like I am well established right now, but if I met a person that I wanted to be fully committed to, if she didn't want to move here or live here in my house because maybe she feels like it's mine, I would absolutely be willing to sell my house and then we move into something different. I am looking to build. I'm looking to grow with the person, and I'm looking to just be happy.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say the amount of children at times could be concerning because, A, you think of the finances. Can you take care of that amount of kids? that are not yours? And then also, can you be in a house with that amount of kids that are not yours? There's things that will probably never irritate you because they're your children, right? So your tolerance for a certain behavior would be wider than a person who's not their biological parent. So I think that's the tricky part at times when it comes to acceptance of children. Also, again, men at times is like, I have to financially be responsible and take care of these kids. But that's not your request. You're not looking for a man.
And that's what I was gonna say, Kendra. That's the issue, because dealing with women, I've never met a woman that, well, to be honest, I ain't ever met a man, to be honest, to be quite honest, because they see who I am as a woman. And again, how can you argue with the person as a man when you live in a 1-bedroom apartment and this girl over here got everything more than you? What is the real argument, for real? So I've never dated anybody that ever looked at me and said, why would I? Because no, they look at me and they say, dang, this girl got her stuff together. Yes, and if they do meet my children are well behaved. I don't got little rugrats running around here just doing whatever it is they want to do. So if they meet my kids, it's more like oh my goodness, these kids are good. They're well mannered. They're sweet. They're nice. You don't feel like. Matter of fact, I got 7 kids. Where they at? You see anybody knocking on the door? Who was the guy earlier on Instagram? We couldn't even get the kid to sit down, which I love because it was a cute kid. However, I have 7 of them. Where they at? Guess where they at? In bed, sleep. Because again, there is nothing wrong with having 7 children. It's how you raise your children is what's wrong with it. Or if
Who cares about that if you have your kids in the bed? Nobody cares about how you. I mean, that is a good thing to do. Raising your kid, yeah, I can agree with that. But when you're looking for somebody new to come into your life to go take care of your kids, that does not matter. They still have to raise kids that's not there. So I don't know what you're talking about. Foolishness, as usual.
you're not financially established is what's wrong with it. And by me, I chose my children because I wanted every last one of them. I'm not naming my kids because it was a mistake. I did that because I wanted to. So if a person wanted to be in my world, they would come in and look at the woman and see what the woman has and look at what the woman has in her head, the education that the woman has, and just her as a person, and decide. And if you don't want to deal with it, guess what? Thank you. Because you helped me filter you out. You helped me filter you out of my world. I don't need that person in my world. That just means we're incompatible, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong.
Okay, let me jump in with this. Because you said you like the paid questions, and they coming in, girl. So yes. Mr. Ion sent $10 and says this. You couldn't remember how many baby daddies you had. You may love kids, but you brought 7 into a confusing situation because you are confused about what you want. You haven't come across like you have it together.
Mm-hmm. So let me answer that. If you can recall me saying, I was waiting in the comments on Instagram. I was waiting on Instagram. I was waiting on YouTube. So if I skipped the number, it ain't had nothing to do with I'm confused. And if I'm confused, it's because I've been waiting for a good little minute. So I've been sitting over here relaxing.
Okay. Now, cousins are going to your page, and Talisha, she said you still have your ex on your IG still.
Me and my ex are really good friends. I already said that.
What?
Well, you're looking for someone new. You don't think that would turn somebody off?
What?
To be honest, I feel like I said, for me, it's about filtering out. And if I tell somebody that my ex is my best friend, and me and my ex met 15 years ago, we ain't had no dealings. If I say that, I'm honest, I'm loyal. It's the truth. If you don't want to deal with an ex that I don't even, and she don't even, that's on you. I could delete the picture, but if you want to be as minute as to judge me off of one picture on my page or whatever, however, then that's on you. do your thing.
Okay.
But if you
And then-
talk to the person, they'll be like, we don't do that.
Okay. Now this was the room that had that question to you earlier. Dessert Ease said, "My name is Dessert Ease. No, Dessert Ease is my name. Rome, do you care to come up and talk about yourself?" And they said $50. So Rome, if you're still watching, they had the question for Diamond earlier. Someone spent $50 for you to come up and respond in your place. Let's keep going though in the meantime.
Rome.
Diamond, when was the last time you were intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
So I'm gonna answer just because I'm all about transparency. I hate a liar, and I hate a liar by not including, things that you should when you're trying to date. So I had this one friend, as some women understand. You got a little femme friend. Y'all go out, y'all go to a club, drink, whatever, go back to the house, y'all, whatever, and go home. I had that friend. So, if I had to put a time on that, I would say, probably.
It's not a hard question.
When 2024, maybe November 2020, 2023, maybe. That was when me and her hooked up.
Okay, it was a girl. When was the last time you was with a man, if you don't mind sharing?
So I was with my kid's father.
That was the last time?
Yeah, and we broke up 3 years ago.
Okay. So last time you slept with a man was 3 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I've heard, so I've been told, I have a smart mouth, and I don't have patience. So I think I could be a little more patient. I'm the kind of girl that just be like, oh my goodness, I don't feel like it. I might hang up on you. I really need to work on that because it's a problem. And the last one, some people might say I am not as emotionally, I don't want to say available. I'm emotionally available. Say we're sitting in a chair watching a movie. Their minds say, let's hold hands. My mind say, oh, this movie good. And I'm watching it. And so I get a lot of kickback that my mind don't just say, we're walking, let's hold hands. Oh my goodness, it's been an hour. We haven't kissed yet. I feel like that's normal. They feel like.
Man, every time Kendra asks her a simple question, it always got to be a story. It's a simple question, man. And she asks you, when is the last time you've been intimate? It's a simple question. It's not storytelling. It's not a storytelling question. Like, why are you simple questions don't require you to tell a whole story. Just be up straightforward. Well, I'm gonna leave this video right here. Listen, man, if y'all kept watching this video to the end, I appreciate that support. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed Friday. Stay safe. Peace.